Gabriel Émile Tonnel de Viollet, also known as Marquesel du Chatelet, was a French mathematician, physicist, and author, accomplished in language with math and science. She was born on December 1776 in Paris, France, to parents Louis Nicolas Le Tonnel de Viollet and Gabrielle Anne de Fraulay, whose aristocratic wealth and power opened educational opportunities she would have not otherwise gotten. In 1725, when she was 19 years old, she married 34-year-old Marquise Claude du Chastel-Lomont, and over the course of her life had 3 children, 2 of whom survived to adulthood.
As a woman, Emily constantly fought for her right to discuss mathematics and science with men, and wasn't accepted at any of the schools of the time, including the Royal Academy of Science, and instead had to hire tutors. She also wasn't allowed to attend the Wednesday meetings at the Academy of Sciences at the King's Library at the Louvre, where the latest scientific knowledge was discussed, and was banned from Gardot's, a coffeehouse popular with scientists, philosophers, and mathematicians, but got around that rule by having a suit made of men's clothing and became a regular. She was also the first woman to have a scientific paper published by the Academy, when she and Voltaire entered the 1738 Paris Academy Prize contest on the nature of fire, and although neither of them won, both essays received honorable mention and were published.
Voltaire's English letters caused him quite a bit of grief, and he warmed to his name, and it was Emily who invited him to live at her country house in the outskirts of France, where he ended up doing quite a bit of work. Together they studied physics and mathematics along with some joint work.
Newton was a joint work between Voltaire and Emily, and although it only lists Voltaire as the author, in the preface of the book he clearly states that they did in fact work together in the project. The book introduced Newton's theories to the French readers on a level that did not require a high-level understanding of mathematics to understand. In 1738, Emily continued her studies in higher mathematics for more than 4 years, and then took over the project of translating Newton's Principia from the original Latin to French, while also adding sections that explained additions and corrections to the work that she had made. Her translation remains the authoritative French translation of Newton's work. Emily also translated The Fable of the Bees by Bernard Mandeville, and she did not simply translate it, but also omitted sections, added material, which she had clearly indicated, and wrote a preface, containing information about her views on the position of women in current society. And she also worked on The Institutions of Physique, a book she wrote, and offered an explanation on the metaphysical theories of Gottfried Wilhelm von Lisbon, whose work she had used in her work with energy and what it was, along with the translation of Oedipus Rex by Sophocles, from the original Greek to French.